instead of chef.
I understand though. For the pun to work, it had to be boat. Because if you say whatever floats your ship, it doesn't work for the pun. So I will give you that. So now we are streaming
I
to
won't
YouTube
because you're mean to me.
Studio. I'll go to YouTube and go to live and go to public.
Is it live or is it live?
And then I'll get a shareable link in case anyone wants to watch us. I don't think any of you ever do, but just in case, there we are.
Here we are.
I mean, you know what we look like at this point, and to be honest, the older we get. Is it a bad delay? Because sometimes it looks like the delay is pretty long.
Isn't that an Air Supply song?
For the video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or if it's a me thing or what. I don't know why it's so long, but it's connecting directly to YouTube. The lag between the YouTube stream is very long.
Gives time for the censors to check out what we're saying, man.
Well, yeah, they do check in live streams for stuff like copyright because they will block live streams if you have copyrighted stuff. So they do that. Okay, I started that stream. We're already on the Pride 48 stream.
Yeah.
We need to hit record on the audio.
Okay, I've hit record on the audio.
And you need to clap.
Can I cough instead?
And now I clapped. And now we're ready, Freddie.
I still don't know where the damn claps
You do. I explained it to you.
It's just seems like You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Here we go. Friday night, 10:21 in the East. Streaming live on Pride48.com. It's time for The Mix. My name is Daniel Brewer. I do not do this show alone. I do it with my best friend, Adam Burns. Adam, how are you this evening?
I think this new vape I've got is some coconut flavor.
Oh.
It tastes kind of like pina colada or something.
And getting caught in the rain. By the way, I'm doing excellent. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about some of the heavily flavored vapes.
Like, I love it.
I don't know how I feel about them. I don't know.
The heavier the flavor.
Once again, I'm fading the wrong pot on the mixer.
Don't bring it up. They'll talk about it on
what? On what?
They'll
Adam?
talk about it on the Little Fatty Cast.
On Pod as my co-pilot.
On the Little Fatty Cast,
yeah.
they'll talk about it.
Oh, on the Little Fatty Cast. Larry Vader doesn't listen to this show.
No, Fatty does. He'll be like,
I know.
He'll be
Fatty
like,
listens to
Vader,
it, but
listen to what Daniel did. He didn't fade his music out. You know, speaking of, this is not on the Trello, and I'm surprised you didn't put it on there, but apparently Vader has been able to create a program that's going to magically do all the things that we needed to do for 15 years and share it with the world.
All he was describing was Riverside on a private network. It's like, it's the same concept of.
Yeah, but it sounds like he just whipped it up on a weekend or something. Like I didn't realize he was.
It's all very Apple oriented. It's all very, it's definitely in that ecosystem.
I didn't realize he was that technically savvy. I guess you always explain him as.
I explained him as what?
As being, technically not savvy.
don't know that I said that. I said he's not a programmer, but I mean, yeah, he doesn't. He used a coding agent to do it. I mean, that's the beauty of AI coding agents is you can design software to do things that I would like to point out. The entire after show process is now automated. It's like the entire after show process. You post as soon as you post the transcript, it goes and it makes the after show. It splits it in 3 parts and posted and everything. It's great. It's great. Adam, I wanted to bring this up because it's been a slow week, but getting my hair cut a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Do you now tell them to like cut it in a certain way so that your natural highlights are just so and like, you know,
I mean, no, it's the same haircut I've had for the last, I don't know, decade or so. But I go in, I go to the same guy. His name's Mike, nice guy. And he sat down in his chair. He was, getting me taped up and whatnot. And then he goes, oh, I know who you remind me of. I always think that you remind me of somebody and everything. I know you remind me of, oh God, what's that guy's name? Eric Dane. Like you remind me of Eric Dane. Now, the name Eric Dane did not necessarily mean something to me other than I recalled that there was a celebrity death call that said he had just died.
There was. He had ALS or something.
Yeah. So I'm like going, the guy who died? And he's like going, no way, he died? And so he's from Grey's Anatomy. He's like, the really handsome older doctor and everything.
I know.
And I'm like, I don't look anything like Eric Dane. And then I thought, wait a second. I get mistaken for Dan Povenmire and now Eric Dane. The only through line there, Adam, the only through line is we all have gray beards and salt and pepper hair. That's it. That's the entire through line right now. Is Dom DeLuise? Is that Dom DeLuise over there? It's like I am now of a type, Adam. I am now absolutely of a type. Gray beard, salt and pepper hair, glasses, must be Eric Dane or maybe Dan Povenmire.
Auntie Scott says you always reminded him of Soupy Sales. But that's a little bit old for me. I don't know. I don't know what Soupy Sales look. I've heard that name on something, but I don't know what Soupy Sales looks like.
He was a comedian, and I have the vaguest memory. Didn't he have a huge nose? Are you saying that I have a huge nose? Do I have a huge nose?
I'm looking at pictures of Soupy Sales now. He didn't have a white beard.
No, he didn't.
But he did have wiry white hair in his old age.
I'm looking forward to, once I go gray on top, then it'll be, Burl Ives. You're back.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Oh, well, yeah, I get that one at Christmas. Anyway, so I just thought it was funny that I'm now of that age. I'm of the age of the gray beard, salt and pepper generic man. I am invisible.
So if you went to a sex party.
Exactly.
On Christmas.
On Christmas.
You could fulfill somebody's Santa fantasy.
Absolutely. You know what?
You could deliver some presents.
You know what? Santa fantasies they're not just Christmas Day, Adam. There's a whole season. There's a whole fucking Christmas season.
There's a whole season. Okay.
And here where I live, that Christmas season starts on November 1st. That is when Christmas starts. They have an entire crew that goes through the Magic Kingdom on the Halloween night after everything is cleaned up and everything, to take down all the Halloween decorations and put up all the Christmas decorations on Main Street, so that November 1st, there's a YouTube video, you should watch it.
In the Philippines,
it's fascinating how they bring the tree in and put it together and stuff. Overnight.
In the Philippines, they start Christmas decorations in September.
Yeah.
So that September through December is their Christmas season in the Philippines. Apparently.
That's because they don't celebrate Halloween. It's a well-known fact, Adam, that
Or
no one
Thanksgiving.
Filipino celebrates anything. Well, nobody celebrates. Thanksgiving's a crap holiday. We've had this discussion before. But go ahead and tell me about your haircut trip.
Well, I had a haircut trip, and I've been doing a lot of them during the week because I'm not working right now, as we know.
Yes.
And so I have the free time to do it. But the problem is it's a 10-hour drive. And when I do it on the weekend,
it's a 10-hour round trip.
round trip. Yeah. 10-hour round trip.
Yeah.
And when I go on a weekend, Mark can go with me and we can split up the driving.
Yeah.
But when I go by myself, I have to do all of the driving myself, obviously.
Yes.
I don't have a self-driving car, and I have to do all the driving. So, and I was a little bit worried because I've been kind of sleepy recently. I don't know if my medication that I'm on or whatever is making me sleepy, but I've been kind of sleepy, and I kept getting this anxiety. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall asleep on the road. It's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
So, I get up. I'm so worried. But luckily, my haircut was late in the afternoon, so I was able to leave late in the morning. And I made it there fine, so nothing to worry about. I just get anxious about weird shit. But I got there early because I always get there between 45 minutes and an hour early because I never know what traffic is going to be like. And so I'm like, I'm just going to get there early. If she's able to get me in a little bit early, I'll get home earlier. That's fine, but I want to get there early because I have gotten caught in traffic before on the highway.
Yes.
And so anyway, I was there early. So I was like, I'm going to find something to eat because I had not eaten at all.
Nothing.
And I thought I'll find something to eat. That'll take a little bit of time. So I Googled Wendy's or looked for Wendy's because I like Wendy's.
Did you Google it or did you look for it?
No, I looked for it on the Android Auto.
Okay.
Wendy's,
You said, hey, G, navigate to Wendy's.
Yes. Yeah.
And it said, well, there's these 6 Wendy's. Which one do you want to go to? And it's like, I want to go to the closest one, you ignorant fuck. Why wouldn't you assume that I want to go to the closest one? If there is one 2 miles away and there is one 26 miles away, under what fucking circumstance would I have asked you for that without including the other town name in it? Like, hey, how do I get to the Wendy's in Mineola, right? Why? If there's, oh my God.
No.
Google Maps is so frustrating to me of why it is so dumb and yet so great, but yet so dumb.
I've got a perfect example for you.
Yes.
What if
Yes.
you were on your way to hang out with some friends,
Mm-hmm.
but you were and let's say it was on the other side of town. It was like 20, 30 minutes away from where you live.
Yep.
You were all bringing your own food for some reason. So you were all you're having dinner together. You're playing board games, but you're bringing your own.
Hold on.
And
Adam, I'm sorry. Just hold that thought. Breaking news here. Breaking news from the GameX newsroom. Lamont Cranston popped in to say hello from his trip this week to Atlanta. Hello, Lamont.
Hello, Lamont.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks
Adam.
for chiming
so
in. So you want to go to, so you're going to a friend's house.
Right. You're
You're
to a
taking
friend's
Wendy's
house.
with you.
You are taking burgers
Yes.
with you.
Burgers with you.
Baconators.
So let's say you
For all.
want to find a Wendy's that's near their house. Because
yes.
you're 20 minutes away.
Yes.
You may still be in the same city.
Yes.
So it's not a different city name, but you don't want the French fries to get
Yes.
cold. So you don't want to get the
Yes.
Wendy's at your house and then drive 20
Right.
minutes.
So why would you not say navigate to Bob's house and stop at the Wendy's closest to his on the way?
Can you say something that elaborate?
You can to Gemini. I don't know, but no, not Google Maps. Fuck no.
I don't
fuck
know.
No,
you can,
not Google Maps.
you can put in your friend's address and then you can add a stop.
You can add a
And
stop.
then I
yeah.
think you can
You can do
then
that in your
search for
voice.
Wendy's.
Yeah. You could say navigate to Bob's house. And then after you could say, hey, add a stop to Wendy's. And then it'll say which one. And then you have to pick it. Right.
But that's why. So anyway,
yeah.
I was navigating to Wendy's.
Yes.
I picked the closest one, and I had remembered going there before. Not that long ago. Maybe last month even.
Possibly
And
less.
and so I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so I drive over there, and I get there. They have closed permanently. I was just there like a month ago, but they've closed permanently. The Wendy's is no longer, and Google does not have updated information, apparently.
It does not.
Because it was so recently that they closed.
It's called Project Fresh. And they are closing between 298 and 358 locations nationwide.
Well, they closed it. And so I had to, again, not Google, I had to ask Gemini, hey, navigate me, and I had to pick the next closest one.
Yeah.
Because I still had like 45 minutes left. And I was like, I can still get a burger real quick and then get over there. So I go, this one is open. This one is open. But I go there, and the moral of this is the moral of the story.
Oh, the moral. We've arrived at the moral.
Yeah, the moral, the linchpin, if you will, of the story.
The moment, the you see Timmy. You
don't go to fast food very often.
I mean,
you prefer a restaurant.
If I'm traveling or whatever, yeah, I'll do fast food. We eat at fast food places.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Zach did stop at
Culver's.
Culver's, yeah, while we were there. Yeah. But anyway, so have you noticed recently that some of these fast food places will only take one order at a time now in the drive-through lane?
Yeah.
Meaning you have to sit there at the drive-through at the mic, and whatever until they completely finish the next person's order.
Yeah.
Instead of taking your orders as you pull up to the microphone.
Right.
So they were doing that at this Wendy's. Well, it was also one of those drive-through things that blocks you in. Once you're in line, there are curbs, and you cannot leave.
Only way through it. The only way out is through.
It's through. You have to. I hate that because what if you change your mind? What if they piss you off?
Yeah, right. What if your car explodes?
You're like, you know what? Or what if they don't have something that you wanted? Like I wanted the whatever, and we're out of
like a dipped cone.
Yeah, you wanted a dipped cone. They didn't have dipped cone. Now you are stuck. You can't go anywhere. Even if you say, I don't want my food, you have to finish waiting in line.
You do.
So that's another thing that I hate.
And then, but the best thing there is that then at the last window, you just stop and they hand you a bag because they think you're the other person and then you leave.
So I get up. So I'm sitting. I'm already blocked in, but there's a person in front of me.
Yes.
And I'm like, why is it taking? What is going on? Because I didn't realize what they were doing, and it was like, I'm not lying. It was probably somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes that one person was sitting there. One person.
Between 5 and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a long time to be sitting.
It's a very long. It's like a cable company. Like, hey, we'll show up sometime between 1 p.m. and midnight.
And so finally I get to pull up to the microphone.
Yes.
And now, they have those pre-recorded AI things that say, hi, welcome to Wendy's. Would you like to try our whatever? The problem is if you say, yeah, I'd like to try whatever, it's just a recording.
Right.
So but anyway, it says that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even say anything because I knew that was a recording. I'm like, no, I don't want to try that or something. Mm-hmm. Daniel, I waited another 5 to 10 minutes, probably closer to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Before I could even put my order in. I was just sitting at the microphone. Finally, I'm like, hey, is anybody there?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'll be with you in a minute. No apology, no nothing. Just like, so,
Something was going down.
so what they're doing is, I used to work at Wendy's. And I don't know if it's still the same, but what I would imagine is, when I worked at Wendy's, they timed from the time that the order was taken,
yes,
until till it was closed out of the screen.
Correct.
And you got judged on that. You got graded on that. So what this Wendy's is doing, and these other restaurants that are doing this, is they are gaming the system, because they're like, we're just going to do one order at a time. We're not going to let.
Oh, I see. So if you're judged from the time that an order happened, so not the time that they're not incorporating into the data how many cars are in the drive-through backed up or whatever, because they're not measuring that.
Right.
So,
they're not measuring.
So to them, the data just looks like, oh, a car came by once every 4 minutes. And, and then from
Correct.
the time they ordered until the time that we delivered was 35 seconds. So good job.
Yeah. So the average works out better, because you have some fast and some slow orders, and so, but it means that I'm stuck in line, not making any progress, which is really annoying. And I can't go anywhere. I can't get mad and storm off because I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
Anyway, I was stuck in line, but I finally got my burger. And not only that, I opened my burger. They gave me the wrong burger.
Let me pose this question.
Completely wrong burger.
Well, that's probably because the person in front of them couldn't get a dipped cone and they took the bag and drove away so that you got somebody else's order. That is entirely possible, Adam. You cannot deny that. It's entirely possible. I've already forgotten what I wanted.
I was giving you time to say what you were going to say.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I was going to have you remember.
Okay, well, anyway, that's it. That was my experience at the Wendy's. It was not a good one. Yeah, the wrong burger. Well, I ordered Kathy Marshall in the chat room question that.
I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say, have you considered maybe upgrading?
From Wendy's, you mean?
I feel like what you are experiencing is, as the market demands that fast food has to remain at a certain price or below, they have to cut in other areas in order to show the stockholders that they've made money. So they do it through efficiencies and through stupid, overloading people policies and whatnot. And so you end up where you have this situation where your service is degrading and the product is suffering from it, right? But hey, line go up on spreadsheet, so everybody happy. And I feels like a lot of your complaints with fast food, I can't help but to equate with maybe, somebody expecting 7-Eleven to have
champagne service on a light beer budget.
If you look at the actual numbers, if you honestly look at the actual numbers, not the value menus, not the whatever, but your normal order that you make at Wendy's or McDonald's, whatever, it's probably not that much less than had you gone to Chili's or Longhorn Steakhouse or something like that, and gotten a burger there, gotten a much nicer burger there, and it would not have been that much more. It would have been served to you, and you would have had a lovely experience.
Now, see, you and I are going to disagree here.
Yeah,
but I prefer a fast food burger to a high-end burger or a homemade burger.
Yeah.
Because of the flatness of the patties. I don't like a thick patty on a burger. And a lot of your restaurant burgers have thick patties.
Then you should look for bougier burger places. You should look for the Shake Shack or the The ones that are, they're much better, but they're also, they're $10 a burger. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
get what you pay
I
for,
should
right?
do that. I mean, when Wendy's is good, I like it. And the
Yeah,
burger
but
wasn't
Wendy's-
bad, but it
when
just
Wendy's
took
was-
so long.
When Wendy's was good, it was also the Reagan era. So it's, it's
No,
been
I'm
quite a
saying
while
it's hit or miss.
since Wendy's.
I can get
No,
a good Wendy's
it's-
now.
It's been a solid miss for quite some time. Sorry, there's no arguing that. I just wanted
You mean
to,
since they had the salad bars?
yeah. I love the salad bars. I loved the Wendy's salad
One of my
bars.
jobs was heating up the breadsticks for the salad bar. You remember they
know
used to
I've-
give breadsticks with
I do.
Yeah.
I do, because they had like an Italian menu or something. And there's like one of those weird. All right, this salad bar. This was the beginning of the mega bar, right? So the salad. So Wendy's was putting salad bars into all of their restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And they advertised it as over 7,000 combinations, and it has always bugged me that the math on that is that if you believe that there are 7,000 combinations in the salad bar, then you have to be willing to accept that ranch and French dressing on a plate is a combination, right? Because all you're doing is just saying there's this many items and there's, this much, I'm, factorial, and this is what I'm getting. Is like, no, because there are some combinations that would never happen. But I just always found it amusing that it was like 7,000 combinations. And I'm like, and I forgot where I put it, but a friend of mine and I, back at one of my first programming jobs, we actually like came up with an answer as to like how many reasonable combinations there were on the Wendy's.
Well, there's a way to do the math. If you
Yes,
have X
yes,
amount of ingredients, how
Yeah.
many combinations are possible?
Right, but but some things just would never.
But
they're-
isn't
they're
it-
possible? It's possible to mix blue cheese and French dressing, but is that a valid combination? Just dressing on a plate? Like there needs to be lettuce.
I mean,
and toppings.
I used to
and
take,
dressing.
when I was in high school,
Yeah.
I used to take ranch dressing and boiled eggs
Yeah.
and mix them
But that's-
together with
still,
bacon bits.
Something was in it. Something was in the ranch dressing.
And I would use that as a dip for crackers.
yeah.
And that was my salad.
Okay.
The chopped up hard boiled eggs and
That was
ranch
healthy.
dressing.
It was a very healthy salad. It's part of this balanced breakfast. I wanted to talk about this briefly only because it really annoyed me. Anthropic released Fable 5 last week, and I was so looking for. I think I even talked about it on the after show last week that I was looking forward to sitting down and playing with Fable tomorrow because for a limited time you'd be able to use it on your usage account. And so I was really like, and of course when I woke up on Saturday morning, I came to find that Fable had been removed from circulation and shut down, and because the government has decided that it is a national security interest that it be kept out of the hands of foreign nationals, including foreign nationals in the United States or that work for Anthropic.
I thought that this was a more limited version than the one that they didn't release a couple of months ago.
It was. That was how they tried. Yeah, it was. But then as you dig deeper into this, it turns out that the report of the so-called jailbreak, the thing that led the government to say that this is a national security risk, was that someone had a trusted advisor had reported that there was a jailbreak that would allow it, that the security guards that they had in place could be circumvented, and that it needed to be patched. And it turns out that trusted advisor, Adam, was Amazon.
But they're not really a competitor of Anthropic.
In fact, Amazon is an investor in Anthropic. It's like, it's one of those weird ass things, but now they're negotiating with the White House and stuff. But this is all just more of that political bullshit with the, the Pentagon. They're still listed as a, risk to do business, like government agent. If you have a government contract, you can't use Anthropic products. It's just another one of those bullshit things, but I just wanted to call that out.
I'm sorry, but hopefully they'll work it out and you'll be able to use it in another week. Or
or in a couple of weeks, GPT 5.6 or 6.0, depending on which one they release, right? I don't know whatever the next version of GPT is going to be out, and then after that it'll be another there's new versions out all the time that keep one-upping each other.
I just feel like that most of these new versions that are coming out are kind of like cell phones are now, where you get a new version and it's just the same but like a couple of extra features, or you don't notice the upgrades as much because they've come so far so quickly.
Right. I would say, yeah, you're right. The difference between GPT 5.4 and 5.5 is it's noticeable, but in just really subtle ways. Like GPT 5.4 can do things just fine, but GPT 5.5 just does them just a little bit better. But GPT 5.5 costs twice as much. So when you're working in a company that is billing, you're paying per token, right? You're paying usage. You have to hit that balance of, okay, yes, it would be nicer if I ran this in 5.5 wide open, but I can get it done in 5.4, in high reasoning.
Yeah.
And that's what people are having to, because people were just leaving it pegged on the most expensive model for everything all the time. And, that's crazy.
I just use whatever the default is.
Oh, because that's usually,
when I'm chatting,
the most expensive.
When I'm chatting, I'm saying, not when I'm coding, I use.
You're a Chat GPT person, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the chat on ChatGPT uses GPT-5, which is it will figure out based on what you ask which model to use. So it's one of those, like, if you just ask a simple question, it would use a smaller model.
Right.
If you asked a complex question, it would kick in to do another one. Anyway, let's talk about this situation.
Yeah, last week I brought it up. We were in the after show. I started getting all these emails from Spotify saying your episode has been blocked in the following regions, blah 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 blah, which the United States is one of those regions. Yeah. And I'm like, what's this? And Daniel says, oh yeah, I get those all the time. I take care of them. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. And then yesterday, I got like 10 or 15 more emails. I don't think. Adam, there are 5 episodes in total, and it doesn't even show you in the user interface that they're blocked. Like if you look at the episodes, it doesn't show blocked or anything. Yeah, you just have to go through the email. Apparently.
And when I told you last week that I handled those all the time, don't worry about it. All right, let's paint the scene here. First of all, these emails came in on Friday late. So it was a point where I hadn't seen them before the show, and the first time that I'd seen them was in the after show when you were asking about them.
Yeah.
So my initial thought was, oh yeah, this is just that copyright claim. Every so often on Spotify, we will get an email saying, hey, this episode has copyrighted music in it, and we're going to take it down if you don't, take action. And your list of actions are, you can blank it out. You can, remove the copyrighted portion, or let them do it. Let them just silence that section. Or blah blah blah, or you can appeal, and then there's an automatic appeal there, and it had a drop down, and fair use was one of the drop downs, right? So it used to be that you could just do it right from the interface. You could just, it wasn't a big deal. Now it's a whole another system they've switched to that's you have to, they immediately take it down. So this is no longer a warning that we're going to take it down. This is it's down. No one has access to episodes 207, 213, 223, 224, and 226.
It's our most recent episode is one of them, isn't it?
Not our most recent, but a couple. Yeah, pretty recent. It's like a couple of weeks old. Yeah. And anyway, they've completely changed their whole system, and it's just part of the whole enshittification of these things. Anyway, like this has always happened on YouTube. I think Adam made reference earlier to the fact that live streaming, even they'll take down a stream if they detect copyrighted music and stuff. It is an automated process. It favors the copyright holders, not the users. So it just assumes that the user is in the wrong and that the copyright holder is right. That is the baseline assumption. And then you have to appeal that assumption, but it acts on that. And it's an automated system, right? These record labels and studios upload fingerprints of their digital audio every single day. They upload, here's fingerprints. These are like hash marks of what is copyrighted, what copyrighted song sounds like. And then it basically just goes through every single YouTube video that, and crawls through them and looks for those matches of those fingerprints. And when it finds one, it goes up, a violation right here, violation. And then it's automatically taken down. It's bullshit. And it's why, YouTubers have to do really dumb things now with music and with things. It's just like This Week in Tech, like any of the tech shows that play clips from commercials, tech commercials, or play clips from conferences and stuff like that, get hit on YouTube also with copyright claims. That's why like Daily Tech News Show and Twit and stuff, the actual credible news outlets are getting copyright flagged for what is always fair use. It's a fucking news show. They're talking about it's like it's fucking fair use. They're talking. It's just a news show. Why is there not some kind of certification you can go through on YouTube that says, "Oh, you are a journalistic, organization, and so when you play clips or whatever, it is assumed to be fair use, right?" And if a copyright holder believes it not to be the case, they can take that up. But we'll presume. We'll go through and audit you, and then we'll presume that you're good, right? From that point on, that we'll switch around the intent. But that is not very lucrative because the users are not the ones paying YouTube. The ones paying YouTube are the same studios that hold the copyrights. So it's a whole it's such a dumb system, and it's such a gross system, and it just sucks. So
we have a couple of options.
We have more than two options. And it really just depends on what you want to do. Obviously, the most extreme option, which I believe you have adopted for at least tonight, is just not, fuck it, I'm not doing birthday. Oh, by the way, did we mention all of these copyright strikes
are the birthday segment?
They're just from the birthday segment, where we're playing segments of songs as we identify whose birthday it is. That's it. It's clearly fair use. We could appeal every one of these with fair use, but at the moment, they're still going to be down for a week or two while that whole appeal process goes through. So anyway, that one extreme option is just to drop it, just to drop the birthday segment, which is what you're doing tonight. However, I thought a particularly clever idea from Sebastian, my agent, my personal assistant, Sebastian.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a really cute idea. It's like, since Adam is musical, why not just use a kazoo and you perform the songs, think about it, Adam, then you'll have a wider range of songs. Because one of your things that takes you so long is having to find the recording, a good recording of a theme song or whatever. You could do it on the trumpet. You could do it on a kazoo. That would be awesome. I have a harmonica. We could split it. I can do some on a harmonica. No, we can't unless we're in the same place. You really can't do the duet. But I think that, to me, that was an awesome thing. It's like, what is it? Like 3 songs, and you know them. Just get a little kazoo. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be awesome. Anyway, another option is to move away from an audio file and move it into, an audio based thing, and move it into, essentially change the way the birthdays are done.
So I could give you 3 facts about a person,
or quotes. You could speak 3 quotes from the famous person, something like that. But the song is copyrighted, whether pre-recorded or yes. But the automatic thing that the fingerprint finding thing doesn't find hum versions or kazoo versions like that. It's
or probably would be less likely.
No, it is different enough fingerprint wise to
it's like if we acted out a scene from Golden Girls instead of playing the clip of Golden Girls.
Ironically, it's usually not the voice actors, the actors' voices. That's usually not. So playing the Golden Girls, the way they get you is the background music. The background music, it hits the copyright thing. So
or if it's full screen, I think the video itself might be fingerprinted.
Yeah, they have keyframes that are fingerprinted. Yep, they have that whole thing. It's all just bullshit. Anyway, the final option, Adam, is, and by the way, I love the kazoo idea. I don't know if you know that. But the final idea is we just move the birthdays to the after show. The after show is self-hosted, so there is no copyright there. And I now need to bring up yet even another option. We could just stop hosting on Spotify. We could just move all of our files to a private server and switch our RSS feed. And I did check. Spotify does provide a way for us to permanently redirect the URL, the old feed, to a new one, so that us moving away is possible.
There always seems to be problems with that, though. Like you could lose listeners, but
absolutely you could lose listeners, Adam.
You could. So, I mean, probably that should be the last option.
Okay.
Just because it's easy to set it up. That's not a problem, but I'm just afraid the redirect, is it hit or miss? Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it not. Some people won't be able to find it, yada, yada, all this kind of stuff. You have to re-register with some of the places that have cached the URL for your feed because your URL changes, yada, yada.
But this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this does that permanent redirect thing, so that when a crawler finds it, the crawler then updates its records to go, it's no longer here, it's over there. Anyway, and everyone's podcatcher, like when it changes the feed addresses on people's podcatchers and stuff. Anyway, those are all of our options, Adam. So what are you leaning towards?
I think to start out with, let's try 3 facts or quotes from each person. All right. And you try to guess that way.
All right.
And then
can I bring a kazoo?
You can bring a kazoo if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, I would like.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's try that, and then see how that, if we like that. And if we don't, we can try doing it in the after show as well. I mean, that's another thing. And then if none of that is satisfactory, we can move off of Spotify. Bye-bye, Spotify.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Spotify. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll try it. We'll try it next week. I'll bring a kazoo, and you'll bring 3 facts. And, you'll see what it is. What do I do at this point? I point, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Contact is the secret.
Excellent. It is the contact segment of the show. This is the segment of the show where we play your voicemails, read your emails. Adam, do we have any emails this week?
We do.
Oh.
And, I just wanted to read it because, A, we don't have a lot of contact. You guys are dropping the ball here. All of our loyal listeners.
Are they, Adam? Are they dropping the ball, or are we? Or is it our fault?
We're not giving fascinating enough topics for them to chime in on? Is that...
No, that's probably...
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So anyway, Tony says, so I made a couple of PDFs with the help of our friend's AI.
Yes.
You don't have to use these, but you can if you want. There's 100 questions and answers on each PDF.
Oh, wow.
Should keep you and Daniel busy for a minute. Some are stupid easy, but that's okay. Loves to you both. So he sent over 2 PDFs. One is Disney quote trivia.
Yes.
And one is just generic Disney trivia.
Yes.
So I have more trivia questions.
Right. Now, you failed to mention who provided the user supplied trivia questions in the last episode.
That was from Michael. I don't know if he wants us to give his last name.
No, probably not. But from our listener Michael, and was it just one round of them? It was
Michael in San Diego.
Michael in San Diego. Thank you for the questions last week. I did not get a lot of them. I did get enough to that I needed, but those were, some of them were tough. Anyway, we got a couple of voicemails here, Adam. Let's go through them right this moment.
This is Phoenix Dave from flooding Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
That's not in
James
Phoenix.
Burrows, dead at 85, director of Cheers, Friends, and Will and Grace, as well as about 100 other shows. Thanks. Bye.
He did. It was Burroughs. What was his first name? John? Is it John Burroughs? No, George Burroughs.
Did he just call that in since we started the show or something?
It was very recent.
We had 0 voicemails when I checked earlier.
Cheers, and it was James Burroughs. He was the creator of Cheers. He also Taxi. He worked on Taxi. James Burroughs, dead. That just happened, I think today. I think Zach came in and told me that earlier. So way to watch there, Phoenix Dave. So you are definitely entered into the contest. I feel like I'm saying a lot. Like that. And we have another voicemail right now. Let's get to that, shall we?
Hey, Adam and Daniel. This is Gary in Portland.
By the way, it's Gary in Portland's birthday tomorrow, June 20th. So everyone on the socials or wherever you may run into Gary, of course, this show comes out on Tuesday, which will be long after Gary's birthday, but you can still do it retroactively and just, wish him a happy belated birthday. If you haven't already wished Gary in Portland a happy birthday, make sure that you wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Gary. And I think, I think this is a big one too. I think this might be a big one.
80?
I don't know.
Of course, we're not supposed to reveal
Fatty probably knows
a lady's age.
We'll dig into it in the after show. All right, let's continue with his phone call though.
I'm glad y'all are doing the show tonight.
Yeah.
And of course, tomorrow is my 79th birthday.
79.
So I heard Big Fatty sing did his imitation of my birthday song that I sang.
Yep.
And so, Daniel, can you beat that?
I can.
I know you've done it too. So anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing y'all talk tonight, and hope you're doing good. And I'll be there on for the show. Anyway, have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
All right, Gary. Gary he hasn't always been from Portland.
No, he lived in Dallas.
Wasn't he in Arizona at some point? I feel like Gary's moved around.
Yeah, I think he might have been in Arizona, but he was, or New Mexico or something, but he was in Dallas.
That's what it was.
At the same time that I lived in Dallas.
Yeah.
Or part of the same time.
And then of course Portland's airport code is PDX, which in my head I always look as Phoenix. So then for the longest time I was like thinking it was Gary in Phoenix because it was just at PD. Anyways, not important. Here we go, Adam. I'm gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to Gary, imitating Gary. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gary. Happy birthday to you. There you go. That's it's not, yeah. I don't. It's probably Fatty's is a million times better, but yeah. What you got? Who listens to that show? Yeah. Oh, that is very loud. It's incredibly loud. Anyway, Adam, that is what we got. If you would like to call in and leave a voicemail to us, you can, 707-613-3284. If you'd like to report a celebrity death or just, anything, you just call and talk to us. That's fine. Yeah, or you can email us, contact@mix-podcast.com.
Wait.
What?
We have a text message.
Oh, we have text, the newfangled text messages. What do we got in the text message?
You can also text message us at that same number.
Yes, 707-613-3284.
Don't send attachments or things like that because I'm not going to get them. It's just text.
Adam can't figure out the attachments.
No, I haven't tried. I'm sure I could. Or ChatGPT could for sure. Codex.
Probably, yeah. Codex can figure it out.
Anyway, Brian in Danbury says, "How dare you, sir?" And that's it. So I guess me scolding him for sending an attachment or something, I'm not really sure. But
I know.
But anyway, he says, "How dare you, sir?"
How dare you? Is that the only text that we got?
That's it.
All right, excellent. Now I can hit the button.
3, 2, 1.
All right. I think. We're not. Cool. I did just now dawn on me that you took the news game off the board.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you want to do birthdays off the board?
Yes.
News game. Okay. Tell me about Big Fatty, Adam. Tell me about it.
I will.
Moving this over.
So I noticed something the other day, and I think I've noticed it before, but it really just impacted me for some reason recently. And it's something that he's been doing for a long time. But when there are several categories of this.
Yes.
One is a listener who calls in and then stops calling in. He will say things, it's almost like passive aggressively. Like, oh, I'm worried about so-and-so.
Yeah.
Is he really worried about them, or is he trying to get them to write in, again?
Of course
right?
it is. Trying to engage with the that's the difference between, community podcasting where you're building like a community, like you're talking back and forth to people, and a commercial thing where you're just talking at people.
And then he has this other thing because he needs there to be other podcasts out there.
He does,
because he needs to have an opener to his show.
He does,
and so he needs there to be podcasts that are out there and mentioning his name. And the list of podcasts has been dwindling. And so he really only has 2 or 3 shows at this point.
There's us.
Yeah, there's us.
I don't even think Pod is my co-pilot talks about him that much.
It used to be enormous. There was like Epitome.
Oh, I just saw a new episode just popped in my feed.
And it used to be my show, Geeky Gay.
Yeah, the Geeky Gay. Right.
And he does this thing when those shows don't put out content
Yeah.
where
He
he'll
does a lot of
always.
things. You just keep, he does a thing where he does, and then he does his other
This
thing.
is the
where he
same
doesn't-
thing. This is the same.
What is
similar
to
to
the thing?
He's trying to guilt them into
He's-
doing the thing that he wants them to do. He wants them to put out more episodes.
Yes.
And so he's mentioning it on his show
So,
because he wants to guilt them into doing it.
or alternate theory, he enjoys listening to the content and views them as, someone that they want to hear for, and that they are sad that they are no longer hearing from them, and are checking to see, gently prodding them to go like, hey, if you thought you were talking into the void, you weren't. I was listening. I miss you. Maybe it's that, Adam. Maybe it's just that. Maybe
That's
it's
a good
just
view.
kindness.
I mean, it's either that or he's trying to make us feel guilty.
Or he's just being kind.
He is a very kind man.
He
I
is,
will
and-
say that about him.
And nothing that he said is wrong.
No,
Everything he
it's not.
says is correct.
That's
That
not
there
wrong.
are definitely, Enormous has not put out an episode in a very long time. There used to be how many shows at Pride 48 in Vegas? We'd have
I don't know, 40 or
almost 40 or 45 shows. Many of them weren't weekly, but they were certainly still producing, shows or whatever. They've one by one, they've gone away, Adam. It's
Well,
it's sad.
Geeky Gay hasn't gone away. It's just on the back burner at the moment.
Okay.
That's it.
But so for those of us who enjoy it, we're not allowed to
Don't make me feel
express-
guilty.
We're not allowed to express to you that we miss it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can say, "Oh, I miss him." That's okay.
Him?
I miss him.
Do you believe it's a different person?
No, him as in Adam, as in
like
his
a
show.
superhero, like a superhero.
No.
Like you become Geeky Gay.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Well, that's it. I love Big Fatty. I just wanted to give him a hard time, but it did make me feel guilty. It does make
Now,
me feel guilty, is what I'm saying.
And we remember we're trying to be efficient with our shows, and I feel like I've gone on too long with some stuff here because I really wanted to. Because Joe Batance doesn't listen to the after show, so if I don't talk about the Joe Batance thing in this segment, then Joe Batance will never hear it. And so what do I do? Do I just wait until the after show? I should just wait until the after show and talk about it there, right?
Well, I put Joe on there. That's my topic.
Oh, well, I also had. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, so
because
we
I just
both
saw
have Joe as a topic.
We do, but mine's way bigger than your. Oh, wow. All right. You know what? I'm just going to hold off. I'm just going to hold off on mine. That's fine. Anyway, Adam, let's do. Here's the thing, guys. Behind baseball, is it? No, inside baseball. Inside baseball.
Or behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Inside the scenes behind baseball. I was out mowing the yard this morning and I was listening to Throwing Down, the podcast that Adam does with a friend of the show, Joe Batance. So I was listening to that as I was mowing the yard.
Yes.
I already forgot what I was going to say. They talked about this topic. They talked about Fatty and the guilt, and Joe, of course, fed into, oh, that's horrible. Oh, yeah. And it was like, Joe, I feel, was much more supportive of your take than me.
Yeah, but it's good to get differing
So-
opinions.
So behind the scenes, inside baseball, now Adam is waiting to see which one of these clips is Fatty going to use on his show. That's the
No.
whole thing here,
No,
Adam.
'cause-
It's like,
Well, Joe said he was going to send Fatty a clip.
that's right. Joe said he would, and I will be happy to send it to him if Joe doesn't. Anyway, Adam, let's do this. news game. It's the news game. It's the news game. What questions will he ask? It is the GameX News Game. This is the segment of the show where Adam will read me 5 questions from the New York Times news quiz, and I, using only my head, brain, and mouth words, will answer those questions. These are multiple choice. I will try to answer without knowing what the choices are, but I am always free to ask for the choices. After we are done with the 5 questions, we will move on to a 60-second bonus round where Adam will read me as many trivia questions as he can from, are we doing from Tony in Illinois now?
We're doing from Michael.
Oh, from Michael still. So we got some more questions from Michael, as many as I can in the bonus round for bonus points. Adam, what is the first question on the old news game this week?
The first question is, Ukrainian drones struck a Russian oil refinery during a wave of attacks on Thursday.
Yes.
The refinery is in which city?
That is Moscow. It was very close to home, I believe, were the headlines and stuff. Yes, it was Moscow.
Let's see if that's Oops. I'm on the wrong soundboard.
That's a Larry Vader move there.
There we go. So yeah, that is correct. It was Moscow. Mm-hmm. All right, number 2. The U.S. and Iran signed a deal to bring their months-long conflict to halt on Wednesday. What condition does the agreement not include?
Oh, well, there's a lot, so you're going to have to...
I'm going to give you an end to the war in Lebanon, a pledge to reach a final agreement in 60 days, a promise from Iran to give up nuclear material,
no,
a removal of the U.S. blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, and an unfreezing of Iranian funds and assets.
Yeah, it's the nuclear program. They in no way, shape, or form gave up their new nuclear program.
Correct. Number 3.
Yep. Number 3.
After SpaceX began trading on the stock market last week, Elon Musk's net worth shot to how many figures?
To $1 trillion.
But how many figures? 7 figures, 10 figures, 13 figures, 16 figures, or 19 figures?
It would be 12. There's 12 zeros.
7, 10, 13, 16, or 19?
Oh, because of the 1. Oh, okay. 13.
13. That is correct. How many was that?
That was number 3. So this is number 4.
1, 2, 3. Okay, number 4.
Yes.
Let me get to that. What change was recently made to the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, they took Donald
in
Trump's
response
name off of it.
to a federal judge's ruling.
Yeah.
Trump's name was removed from the center's facade.
Yeah. And now it's covered up. It's covered up with tarps. Anyway, next was the final question.
There's a lot of stuff going on with the looks in DC. Like the reflecting pond is like weird looking apparently because it was
not weird looking at them. It's American flag blue that's peeling off and floating in the water. Go ahead. What's the final question?
Okay. Which team, sorry, both of these are sports, and so I have to pick one. Which team based in Raleigh, North Carolina won its first Stanley Cup in 2 decades? The Carolina Bobcats, the Carolina Hornets, the Carolina Hurricanes, the Carolina Panthers, or the Carolina Tar Heels?
Now, before we went to Dollywood, we went to North Carolina to visit my grandniece, newly born grandniece and whatnot. So I happen to know that it is the Hurricanes is the hockey in North Carolina.
Look at that. You got a sports ball question right.
I did. Is it a ball, though? It's a puck. I mean, it's kind of, it's not really a ball. It's kind of a puck. that was no it's
That was the fifth question, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that means we have to do this.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
What is the highest grossing film of all time?
Oh God, it's a Disney film, so it's Infinity War.
It's Avatar in 2009.
Yeah. They kept going back and forth.
Who was the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Shit. Orlando Bloom.
Ian McKellen.
Oh.
You shall not pass. Sorry, which country contains both the highest and lowest points of elevation in South America?
Which country?
Yes.
Brazil.
Argentina.
Oh.
What is the world's...
Adam, I gotta say, I feel like maybe pre-read the questions. Just like I feel like I was not. You only asked me like 3 questions there, but it's all right. I think.
Well, you were slow answering.
I think I got a 5 on the quiz anyway, so I didn't really need a bonus point. So anyway, that's the old news quiz right here on the show with the theme music that needs to be trimmed. Okay, Adam, now close this out with a segment that I'm sure Joe Batance is on pins and needles, ready to hear what you have to say.
Did you get a text message from Joe Batance that says, let me just pull up my text messages here.
Wait, can I, because I was going to talk about that text message in a completely different context, but I felt like we should probably do that in the after show.
Oh, so do you just want to move this topic to the after show?
I mean, was that it?
Yeah, it was about the text
you were going to
message.
talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, about the text message and everything.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing. All right, you know what? We'll talk about, because he'll never listen to the after show. So here's the thing. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that Joe Batance once again has beef with us, and once again he chooses to express that beef in a way that we cannot possibly make content out of. So it is so annoying, because had he look, he was refuting the thing that I had to say about how simple it was to hook up the Bluetooth on his mixer. And he's doing this stream of consciousness texting while he's driving. I have put it into a text to voice just so we can experience it here. Here is what he sent us.
Okay. Of course, per usual, the mix gets it wrong, and why this person going on a red light, that's really weird anyway. Wait, I'm also trying to drive right now. This is not working, okay. Hold on. Okay, we'll see y'all. Right, per usual, the gay mix gave it wrong, and Adam not standing up for me and correcting the error in probably a private phone call. I had told Adam that my channels got moved around, and then I had been too lazy to reassign them because I record the different track for the Bluetooth audio on Audio Hijack, and it got moved. So Adam said, oh, you can assign what track if you want, the mixer to go to, instead of having to guess. And so I said, okay. And then I asked him, he said, I don't know if you can do that. And then he said, call Daniel. But if the only thing I can think of without having to know whether you can actually assign whatever track to whatever number is. If I just, test it with every single channel until I get to where I need to find the actual new channel.
Now, I have no fucking, it's like, because the really important parts, the actual technical parts, have been scrambled into words.
It's very hard to understand.
Yeah.
But it says that I needed to handle something in a private conversation instead of...
I don't know. And if it was a phone call, I feel like we wouldn't be guessing at what the hell he was saying, and it would be something that we could play and we would get. So my request is to the universe out there, if you got a beef with us, fine. We love it. We love to hear from you. If you got a beef with us, you email us. You can send us a voicemail. You can, but if you're going to send a text, make sure that we can actually understand what the fuck you're saying, because otherwise, then why aren't they playing back? Because you're giving it a try. Look, I sent a text to Joe Batance for his other little show, Trigger Warning. This is the little show that he does with Joey Boohecker. I sent him a text, the last show or so, and he used it as content on this episode, this most recent episode of Trigger Warning, which is great. That's how it was intended. I sat down and composed a text, right? Here you go. I won't read the whole thing, but it's like, I would say that an important part of being a podcaster is for people to be able to understand the words that you're saying. How the fuck can Boohecker consistently overmodulate his mic to the point of it sounding like a fucking McDonald's drive-thru? Is it a shtick, or is he really that incompetent of a performer? There are zero mystery of why he's a 9-time Artie loser, which came from the episode. But my point is look, it was intended for content. It was intended to be something, and mission accomplished. He used it for content. And what does he give us in return? He gives us in return that fucking weird waited a red light. No, stop. Okay, well, mixer with the Bluetooth and Adam on a private line.
I think what he was saying, and saying that I don't know why I needed to stand up for him, but anyway, regardless.
Yeah. But the onus of figuring out what he said shouldn't be on us. He should be providing us with.
In re-listening to it, or in listening to it for the first time.
Yes.
I think he was saying that he didn't know where his Bluetooth channel was one day when he and I were talking.
Yeah.
And I said to him, oh, you can assign that to whatever channel you want it to be assigned to.
Correct.
And then the next time he asked me how to do it, I just turned around and said, oh, I don't know, ask Daniel. So really what he's saying is I'm the one that offered it up to him. And then when he wanted advice on how to do it, I just farmed it off on you. So really, I've done wrong here because I didn't even remember that I told him that was something you could do, because it was in two separate conversations.
Two separate conversations. Anyway, Adam.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not. Look. If you're gonna fight with this, fight. Come on, we play. If you're gonna play with this, play. If you want to call us, you can do so. Our phone number is 707-613-3284. You can email us, contact@mix-podcast.com. Of course, you know what? He spends like the entire show, the Trigger Warning show, trying to get Joey Boohecker to host the show, right? He's like, come on, Joey, just it's your show. Do what you'll do, come on.
Okay.
Do you know how great that would be to just show up to a podcast and just talk, just do the show, just host a show and not have to worry about soundboards and the levels and stuff like that? It's like, no, come on, Joe, do that for me. Come on, just you want to produce my show? I'll host it. Anyway, you can also, I wouldn't actually do that.
Do you have a show idea?
I don't have a show idea. Do you?
No.
Oh, we'll talk about it next week. Bye.
This podcast is a proud member of the Pride 48 Podcasting Network. Check out more great shows at pride48.com.
There you go.
There you go. That's a show.
That is a show. And a very, very nice show it was. Mr. President.
I think I needed that because I had a bad day today. And I feel better now.
Oh, good.
So
I'm glad you feel better. Now I'm going to make you feel worse. when I was listening to that episode of Throwing Down.
You're going to make me feel worse. Wait, before we do this, I'm going